question, why aren't you yet making the extra money I know you can make outside your job if you have everything that you need? You have the years experience, you have the expertise, and you have a solid reputation for being able to deliver at work. But somehow you can't seem to translate that reputation beyond the doors of your 9 to 5 in order for you to make extra money. I may not know you, but I have a pretty good guess as to what it is, and I believe it is your personal brand. Hi again, ladies. Jamila Bannister here, your personal brand and visibility strategist, helping career women just like you turn their personal brand into an asset that pays them. And in this video, I am going to be breaking down 5 reasons why your personal brand doesn't seem to translate beyond the doors of your 9 to 5. We are going to talk about where the bottleneck is and how you can release that hold in order for you to attract the money-making opportunities I know you deserve and you can deliver on. So let's get into it. Reason number 1, your personal brand is not helping you make money beyond your 9 to 5. Is that you are too afraid to declare your expertise. So recently I got a question inside my accelerator. It came from one of my clients, and she asked me, Jamila, how can I show up as the expert and talk to people and show them that yes, I am the one to be trusted without sounding conceited? So I explained it to her like this. I said, let's say you are selling a service for $10,000. You expect me to pay that $10,000 for your service. But when I come to you to ask you about the service and ask you how you've done it, how you've delivered, you are like, well, yeah, I can do it. You know, I've done it before. You don't give me that sure answer. You're not like, absolutely, I can help you with that. Let me show you some of the projects I've worked on in the past. Let me show you some of the feedback I've gotten from clients in the past. And let me give you a sense of what it would look like when you work with me and you invest your $10,000. If you are not answering the person like that, immediately you are planting seeds of doubt in their mind. When you are selling products at a premium and when you are positioning yourself as an expert who can deliver, you need to reframe any thoughts you have around appearing conceited to appearing confident in my ability to deliver on this promise. Because when you are asking people to invest their hard-earned money, especially when you are selling a high-priced product, they need to know that the person stepping into this process is somebody they can trust and somebody they can feel safe with to deliver. And when you answer like you're unsure and you seem to be more concerned with them thinking that you're conceited versus them feeling confident that you could deliver and that you actually have a fantastic service, immediately people start to lose trust and they look for another person to buy from. So I need you to become the woman who boldly declares what she can do, because confidence and clarity create income. Reason number 2 that you are not making the type of money that you should be making from your personal brand is that you lack focus. Now, sometimes expertise can be a double-edged sword, meaning that it can make you really good at one thing, but it could also make you really good at a number of things. And what you don't want to do is get caught in the trap of being a multi-passionate. Now, I know that may sound a little controversial because you're saying, Jamila, what are you saying? I can't pursue multiple passions? No, I'm not saying that you can't pursue multiple passions, but what I am saying is that when it comes to declaring your expertise and owning a space, you are doing yourself a disservice by trying to do more than one at a time. Think of it like this. If you are looking to build a house and you have one set of bricks, and you say to yourself, well, I could build 2 houses or 3 houses since I have the skill to build a house, and you attempt to use all of the bricks that are designed to build one house and attempt to build 3 at the same time. What is going to happen is that you are going to have 3 semi-finished houses and no complete house, so you can't live in any. Instead, you need to focus on building one complete house and use that house as leverage to build the other 2. And this is exactly what it's like when you decided to focus, because your messaging and the algorithm do not like when you have too many going on at the same time. Human beings need to hear the same message over and over and over again in order for it to stick. And especially in this digital age, the number of touches that a person in your audience needs to experience in order for them to remember you and think of you as the top supplier when it comes to your service has moved from about 6 to 8 all the way to about 14 to 16. You are competing with hundreds of thousands of messages. So it's much better that a person hears the same message 10 times in the space of 10 days rather than hearing 3 and 4 messages in that space of time, because the same message might come around maybe once or twice. And when somebody else is actually taking the time to focus, they're easily going to dethrone you from the top spot in your audience's mind. So one of the most important things for you to do in order for your brand to start paying you is focusing on your expertise to ensure that you stand out in the mind of your audience for that particular area. Reason number 3 that your personal brand is not paying you in the way that it should is that you lack differentiation. One of the top marketers in the industry, Blair Enns, in his book, The Win Without Pitching Manifesto, lays out a very strong case for how experts should be differentiating themselves. In his book, he actually says, our goal when endeavoring to position ourselves against our competition is to reduce or outright eliminate them. Now, Blair didn't mean that we have to eliminate them from the face of the earth. He simply means that we need to eliminate them as an option in the minds of our audience so that people can think of us instead. And that only happens when we position ourselves as different to our competitors. Now, as a career professional, you might think you have lots of things that make you great and different, things like your degree or your training courses or other certifications. But those are not the things that are going to make you different in a world where everybody has a degree or higher education. The things that are going to make you different are your story, your perspective, and how you deliver your service. So questions you need to ask yourself to know how you are different include, what do I believe that others don't? What do I do differently compared to my competitors? And what problem is my audience currently experiencing that nobody seems to be solving? Because a client doesn't want another person delivering the same solution wrapped in a different package. They're looking for somebody different, somebody who's focused on their particular problem, and somebody who could bring new value to the table. Reason number 4 why your brand still isn't paying you is that you are still worried about what your boss and your colleagues will say. Now, if you're looking to build a brand to help you grow beyond your job, to help you make extra money, or even perhaps transition out from full-time work into your own business, you are going to need to stop worrying about what people inside your job are saying about your expertise and the things that you do when you are not at work. Now, I am a bit of a militant person, so I would usually advise you to block them and just live your life freely. But I know everybody doesn't seem to want to take my extreme sounding advice. But I want to leave you with this. Remember, you do not need anybody's permission to talk about your expertise, to talk about the work that you have done, and to talk about the things that you have achieved. You don't need to call their name in your content. You just need to talk about the lessons learned and the things that you are able to accomplish. You see, while you are waiting, hoping for approval from your boss and your colleagues, there are women who understand that they don't need permission and they are putting themselves out there and they're taking advantage of opportunities. Because experts do not need approval from anybody to live their life. So you need to ask yourself, am I an expert who is looking to build a brand and grow a business? Or am I still an employee who is looking for approval from my boss? Because if you expect your personal brand to pay you, you cannot have both. And reason number 5 why your personal brand is still not paying you in the way that you expect is because you are not investing in yourself and deepening your knowledge. So let's talk about growth for a minute. Some of you want premium clients and you want to charge premium pricing, but you are not doing premium level development. You're regurgitating the same surface level ideas that everybody else is doing, and you are saying the same thing that you were saying 2 years ago. There has been no growth, there has been no evolution, and there has been nothing new that you are adding to the industry conversation. And you know what's the worst part? It shows. People can tell that you lack depth, because when you understand your area of expertise well, it shows in the way you speak, in the ideas that you put forward, and in the way that you position yourself and your brand. So if you want to command money, and more than that, you want to command a premium, you absolutely must spend time continuously developing yourself and investing in your own education. The women who are making serious money are not just visible, but they are dangerously knowledgeable. They spend time investing in themselves and expanding their expertise. So your brand could either be making you money or it could be costing you money. There's no real in between. If you're hiding your expertise, you're lacking focus, you're blending in, you're playing small, or you're staying stagnant, you are actively blocking your own income. But you can actually turn all of this around because every one of these is fixable. So you can start with the one that hit you hardest and fix that one first. Because I am almost sure that your expertise is not the problem. It is the way that you are positioning and handling your own personal brand. Now, if you love this video and you want more women like you to benefit from it, then give it a like and subscribe to this channel. And if you're ready to build a personal brand that actually converts into clients and income, then you might be a great candidate for the Brandprint Visibility Accelerator. Click the link in the description and learn more about this 3-month program that will help you completely transform the way you show up so you can start to make more money. Thanks again for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.